Hi everybody, it's Derek Villemaire here from Coldwell Banker Realty. Thanks for tuning in today. This is part of a video series where I'm going to be introducing some people that are connected to the real estate industry, people that make me look good, I work alongside of. Today I want to introduce Maureen Spina. Maureen Spina is with Mortgage Alliance First Choice, and her office is located here at 508 Riverbend Drive in Kitchener, where our office at Coldwell Banker is situated. And I asked Maureen to come in today and to talk about a stressful topic, and that's about the stress test as it relates to mortgages. So I'm going to hand this off to Maureen, and she's going to talk a little bit about the stress test and tell us what it means to potential buyers. Thanks for coming in today, Maureen.
Thanks very much, Derek.
All right.
And yes, it is a very stressful time, unfortunately, for buyers and even people that are trying to refinance their home, sell, or buy another property as well. So what we want to talk about is what mortgages are qualified on. So it used to be this time last year, you could buy a property, be qualified for a mortgage based on the sale rate. So the five-year fixed mortgages are based on the 5-year posted, or what the Bank of Canada sets as 5-year fixed rates. So currently right now that's 5.34%, okay? And as we're talking, actually there might be a change because prime lending rate has just increased from 3.45% up to 3.7% based on the Bank of Canada. So currently the 5-year posted rate is 5.34%, okay? But you're not going to pay that interest rate. You're going to get a sale rate from your mortgage lender based on how much of a down payment you have, right?
Okay.
So if you have a down payment of less than 20%, your interest rate roughly is going to be 3.34%, okay? And that's what we call a high ratio mortgage because it's insured by CMHC, Genworth, or Canada Guarantee.
Right.
If you have more than 20% down payment, you're going to have what we call a conventional mortgage. And let's say the interest rate right now is 3.59%, okay? So this qualifying rate or stress test that's been introduced is supposed to be, as of January 1, whatever your interest rate is plus 2%. So they're ensuring that you're qualifying for the mortgage based on a high ratio mortgage at 5.34%, but you're going to be paying on the 3.34. The idea is that interest rates continue to increase. If they get as high as 5.34, are you still going to qualify for that mortgage? Okay,
Right.
So that's using a high ratio example. If you're conventional and your rate is 3.59, well, we have to use that interest rate plus 2 to qualify your mortgage. So the qualifying rate is actually going to be 5.59%.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's making it a little bit more difficult for people. What that means as far as dollars and cents, somebody who has a household income of $60,000 last year was qualifying, and as well too, rates were a little bit lower than they are this time this year, but they were qualifying for properties of $400,000, $450,000 mortgages. Now, based on that $60,000 in income, you're qualifying for a mortgage of $300,000.
Right.
So that's taken a lot away from people being able to afford those higher value properties. And the whole idea with that is they're trying to cool the markets in Toronto and Vancouver especially, right?
Yes.
Because property values were just continuing to soar, but people can't afford that. And the only way they could is if interest rates continue to fall. That's not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
We're in an economic situation where interest rates have to increase if we're going to be globally competitive, right? So things have to change. And if you look at where interest rates have been over the last 20 years, having an interest rate of 5.34% is still pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, we just have to educate those people that are newer into mortgages and buying and refinancing that you've had it pretty good for the last 8 years.
What it means, and most of the realtors would reiterate this, is that some of our buyers are having to readjust their expectations. So first-time buyers, instead of getting that detached home with the garage, they may have to settle in the meantime for a semi-detached or even a townhome condominium, something that is within their price point, but it's a great idea for them to get some skin in the game, to buy something instead of paying rent and to build some equity. And then a few years down the road, we can look at getting them the home that they really, really want to get into. If you have any more questions, Maureen can be reached at the telephone number that I'm going to have at the end of the video. Feel free to contact her. You can contact me as well, and I can set up an appointment with Maureen. Thanks very much for coming in and explaining this to us. I'm sure our viewers really appreciate it.
Well, thanks very much, Derek.
Yeah.
And as Derek said, any questions, I'm always available with those answers.
Thanks very much for tuning in. Until next time.